What's up, guys? How are you doing? And today, the Assault Tialys is here. And I know you guys have been wanting to know what I think about the characters, and I've been playing for a long time, and you want to know what works, what doesn't work. Just know that I'm not like a pro, like an esports pro. You leave that to the pros, and if in case you are a pro, then you probably wouldn't be checking out my tier list anyway, because you would know what works and what doesn't work, right? Remember, tier list is like an opinion list. I have seen maybe about 20 tier lists on Caliber, and all of them are quite different. So don't throw stones at me for that. I'm just telling you based on my experience. Let's get into it. So first we have the recruit. And you might ask me why I put a recruit in here. The recruit is actually good. So I'm putting him obviously at D tier. The recruit is just for starting up the game. You start up the game, you have a recruit character to work with to kind of get you the feel of the game before you actually buy or get another character for free, whatever it may be at this time. He actually does a decent damage. His headshot damage is actually 46, which is a lot. And there were a lot of nerfs in the past couple months leading up to the Steam release. So that's why I've been really slow on the tier list, because there have been nerfs after nerfs after nerfs. A lot of characters have been nerfs. And like Volk is definitely D tier. Volk is like one of the worst characters right now of all the nerfs. And he's basically the recruit with upgrades and skills, I guess, because I don't think you're going to use skills and upgrades on the recruits. But he's basically a recruit with skills and upgrades. This recruit actually has his same ability and does more damage than him. Volk actually does 38 damage for his headshot, while the recruit actually does 46. So sometimes it's better you even use the recruits than the character it basically mimics. Okay, let's move. Shawe was actually nerfed quite heavily, and I think I'm gonna put him at C. His turret, his drone was nerfed. He himself nerfed the abilities, the upgrades that I would put on him, the skills. All of them have been nerfed, so it's like he doesn't feel as powerful again. There was a durability for skill for his drone. That's nerfed also. So a bunch of nerfs. It just kind of killed him. So let's just move on from that. His damage is not all that anyways. It's like 18. His headshot is actually pretty good. So you can get a headshot, you're good. So basically, Mustang can do 27 damage at 32 meters, and he himself cannot do all that damage from just like his normal damage. He does 18. So that's trying to put it into perspective as to the damage he's missing to actually be way up there. Let's go. Who's that? Afila. Well, Afila for sure is S tier. We all know that Afila has been dominating the casual scene and a little bit of the rank scene also. Her ability to be able to stay alive even after death. That's obviously a win for any clutch moment. Any one-on-one, you will win as long as you have the amount of stamina, because there's a threshold for when you use risk, and as long as you are above that threshold, you will not die for like 7 seconds or something like that. So you'll be able to kill that person and always win the battles. I mean, and not even talking about the risk ability itself that gives you 120% damage given and actually taken. So you can give that amount of damage and you can actually take that amount of damage. So you have to be careful with it. It's good for flanking. She's actually one of the fastest characters in the game. Assaults are usually fast, so it makes it makes sense. But yeah, she's actually pretty good. I mean, nobody's going to dispute that Afila is kind of needing a nerf. She has that firebomb to deter people. It does quite a lot of damage. I wouldn't say it's like something I'm going to like feel like it's one shot in you, but the fire does a lot of damage and it's actually a good deterrent also for zoning. Okay, so we have Avanguard. And Avanguard, I put Avanguard at B tier. I mean, he's pretty overpowered. That shotgun can really mash you up from I said mash you up, can destroy you from a good distance, good distance. But what is lacking is the ability to really be a medium to far range kind of guy on, because certain maps you just cannot get a brick. Certain maps you just cannot get a brick. You need maps whereby everything is like a corner, so he's always around a corner and this and that. But he's not so much like a OP character, I would say. But he can be OP in the right hands. That's one thing about him. But I won't really put him as high as A or maybe S tier. His ability to tank some damage because he gets a little HP, and he reflects some damage. That's actually pretty nice also. But shotguns are relatively OP in every game, so we're not gonna try to put him right up to make it look like, well, because he have a shotgun he's like an OP guy. Because I mean, people still destroy players with shotgun. There's SMGs that do basically equivalent damage to a shotgun per second, so it's not all that. We have Pharaoh, and Pharaoh actually fell so hard. And one thing is that his damage is not like Wu's damage. It's 20 to 24 damage. Normal headshots are like 47, and his mines, which used to detonate very quickly, these were actually his bread and butter, I would say. This thing he would be able to reach high ranks, diamond, and that was just it before the nerfs. But now everything is a delay. You can't really one-shot people. The nice thing is that you can shoot the mine and pick it up. So back then I would put Pharaoh maybe up as in A tier or something like that. I probably put him in my last. But now for the nerfs, man, he's just freaking bad. He's just bad. I don't even see much Pharaohs. He can spot you. He has a little thing he can throw in the sky and spot you and stuff like that, and make him a little bit more tanky, because it has a little damage reduction buff on it. But other than that, we put him in B. So we put in Pharaoh in B. Corsair is pretty good. We're gonna put him up in S tier. He does 23 damage and I think 46 headshot damage, and he has C4. I mean, if you played Battlefield, I mean, C4 is kind of OP. I mean, you can go, you can pick it up, you can throw it, you can wait, you can be that kind of guy, and he's basically that kind of guy also, to be like waiting and patiently for someone and just destroying them. I think that his headshot is what makes him so freaking OP, because the recoil on the gun is not that bad. I'm telling you, it's not that bad. Yeah, he's pretty good. It's pretty good. Next we have Cosma. Now, Cosma. The thing about Cosma is Cosma has one of the best recoil in the game, I would say. One of the best recoils in the game. And every time I play him, I keep saying that in my videos. He has a nice recoil. His headshot is 39, I think. So I put him at A. Other than the fact that he now has the ability to shoot a couple bullets and turn invisible, the invisible effect, so no, you can't spot him or mark him. That's actually pretty good also. But the recoil is what gets it for me. He has the gas, he's immune to gas, I mean, we know that. But at the same time, I think that the recoil is going to make all the shots really hit, and that's where all the power is. Next we have Laserchik. So before this patch, Laserchik was kind of meh. Now Laserchik is pretty good. I'll put Laserchik A. Laserchik is an A for me. He have a little pea shooter, I would say. The gun is a pea shooter, but that ability to drop a smoke and just basically you cleanse all spotting, and you cannot be spotted, and he's just dominating now. You probably see my video. If you haven't seen my video of Laserchik, the last video I made, I probably didn't even die because I was just dropping the smoke and just booking it and just flanking. And yeah, in high level, people are waiting for flanks. People always say that when you're in high level, you're waiting for flanks, but it still sometimes comes as a surprise to you when he's already right in front of your face. So as I said before, Caliber holds your hand a lot. And by showing you people and all the stuff, telling you there's a mine, and when you can't see the person, destruction comes. So yeah, Laserchik is kind of high in my book now, and he's been dominating. Every game I see a Laserchik right now, he's no girl, trust me. We have Mustang. And Mustang, same thing. Mustang, same thing. Mustang has a nice damage. He has a 45 damage headshot. He has nice range. He has nice range, as I told you guys. He does 27 damage at the 32-meter mark. And as shown you that into perspective with Shawade, that actually does 18 damage at the 32-meter mark. That's how much damage he does extra. So it's a lot of damage. He actually can, every time he executes someone, he gets back his special gear, which he can use to burst through covers and stuff like that. And it's kind of a one shot for most characters anyways. So he's pretty dangerous. His ability is one of those things that it spots you after a time, which is kind of annoying, I would say. This is one of the most annoying thing about him, is being able to spot everyone, but then at the same time, he gets spotted for a duration. So that's kind of, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's like it's annoying for sure. It's annoying. Let's just put it like it's annoying. But other than that, he's good. He's good. He's good. I wouldn't put him in S tier though, but he's somewhere around here. Let's put him here. He's somewhere around here. Yeah, he's somewhere around here. And we have Perron. Hey, I don't know why people think that Perron is so good because they say that he could shoot through shields. But Perron is dog water. Perron is dog water. But he's a little better than Volk and this, so we're gonna put him up there with Shaway. I would probably put him higher than Shaway, so he'll be in C, but he's closer to the B. Shooting through shields, you literally can do the exact damage that you shoot, which is pretty good once you have the ability activated. His recoil is not that bad. He actually could be in B, you know, for true. But I don't think he can really. No. He's better here. He's better here actually. But that's all. He's not really somebody that's going to be like excelling in every match and stuff like that. He kind of feels like let's say, which character I can even say he feels like. He kind of feels like a Pharaoh, I would say, kind of, when he has his ability up, like a Pharaoh damage. But then he lacks in so much other things that it doesn't really make sense to really, or even pick him in the first place. We have there Flut. Yeah. One of my favorite characters right here. Flut. He has one of the highest fire rate in all the assaults, if not the highest fire rate in the assaults. I always say that. He does 36 damage for the headshot. That's not all that. But with the fire rate, he really dominates. His recoil is not that bad either. His dodge, his doppelganger. This is actually where the meat and potatoes is. He can actually put that around a corner, and you would think that he's still there, peeking, but you run around already, he's already flanking. And if you shoot that dummy, which in my last video, you guys probably saw, these teammates was just shooting it, it lights up everybody. So if you're flanking, everybody knows that you're flanking, which is extremely annoying. So if you are playing with new players and they keep shooting the dummy, thinking that's a real person, everyone's going to know where you are. You're going to be light up for like 5 or 10 seconds, and that's pretty annoying, and Flut is just very good. It's just very good. Ryan. A 38 headshot there really works, trust me. The ability to cancel every single ability. You heard I say, right? The ability to cancel every ability. So with his ability, he can cancel every ability. He can destroy your drones by holding down the button instead of clicking it. So that button, that Q button, actually has two options on it. One to just stun you or whatnot, confuse you, and one to actually confuse you, which means making your abilities unclickable also, and you can sprint. And then his other one is to destroy the drones that are coming after you. So let's say Sputnik's drones keep on following you, or Vagabond's drones, or even any drone, in fact, within the radius. But now, guess what? He can now spot people with it. And I told you, I'm telling you, I just love playing him right now. He has the perfect recoil to give you a ton of headshots. You aim for the chest, you get in a ton of headshots. The recoil is not like amazing, like Flut, or even like Cosma, but the recoil is alright, whereby you can work with it. And yeah, you can now spot people. So this is actually very good. So imagine Strelok, if you played Strelok, being able to spot people like the way he spots people. Ryan can actually do that now, and the person is revealed for 5 seconds. Everyone in the area will be revealed for 5 seconds. Yeah, trust me, it's really good. It's really good. Starkiller, I'll put him in A, but I would have put him in S because I so love to play this guy. He's a melee guy, but we're gonna put him in A. And Starkiller mainly he has a pea shooter. I'm not really gonna tell you that his gun is like wild or anything. But what is actually good is actually the ability. It's like Afila's ability, but he has a axe in his hand, wielding an axe. And what's more frightening than a man with an axe coming towards you? And he can stay alive for like the same duration as Afila. So he's dead, and he can still end up killing you while he's dead. So he's good for 1v1s, good for all around running and rushing people while you have your team at your back. So if he's at the front, kind of like having a bastion with his shield, you can let this guy run and swing and cut a few people, and then you come and you can pick him up if you're a nice medic or whatnot. And yeah, you can also throw the axe behind you too, but we scarcely do that. We scarcely do that. But yeah, his damage for his gun is not the best, but his ability is what makes him good. And any ability that makes you stay alive even when you are dead is actually pretty good. So that's why I feel that he's up there, right at the top. She has a gun, so she has range. He doesn't have range because he has an axe. He has to come close to you. But let's move on. So Sterling, the 44 damage guy. I think I'll put him at A. Sterling will be the A guy. One thing I don't like is that people always finish me off when I'm using his ability. So you technically never really get to use his ability unless you are at a distance. But he does a good headshot, so you should actually stay a good distance because his range is pretty good. So if you decide to play Sterling, don't push as much. Get to a medium spot and try to get some headshots, and you'll destroy people pretty good. His crawling speed is pretty good also. He crawls for a longer time, and that will go in sync with his actual ability, so he can pick back up himself. So he's like the Undying. So you can pop the ability, and I think when you get shots also you move a little faster. But yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, and there's no denying that ability to pick back up yourself from a distance. Because obviously, as long as everyone knows that you has the ability pop, then they will come and finish you off. But if you're at a good distance, you pick up yourself and you're undying, which is pretty good. Then we have Voron, and Voron actually fell. So we're gonna put him at B. And the spot where he actually is right now is actually pretty good because he can exhaust your stamina. So every shot on you with his ability on exhausts your stamina. And Voron has a 47 damage headshot, so he's pretty nice. 24 damage, normal damage, but a 47 damage headshot. And I loved Voron for quite some time. In my top 5. I actually still like him, you know. But he has been indirectly nerfed, even because of the abilities and stuff like that, and the perks, the skills that he use. So he have been indirectly nerfed. So yeah, it's kind of a sad thing. But he still can make you a sitting duck while you're running across the road. He does pop a couple of shots on you, and then you lose plenty of your stamina. Now you're trying to run, but you can only walk because you don't have any more stamina, which is pretty good. He has mines. Mines are one shot. I mean, there's nothing really I can say about it. It's like it's a one shot, but yeah, he's not like anything so extreme. But he's a good pick. Because he has very relatively low recoil. It's not like Cosma's recoil or anything like that, but he's relatively low recoil. Then lastly we have Sly, and Sly is actually kind of like him on a B tier. So I've been playing Sly for a while, and I can't really get why she would be like a high tier pick. Yeah, she can mimic somebody, but you have to be in sight of the person. So most times you try to mimic somebody because you have to see the person properly. If you just see a silhouette, sometimes it doesn't work. You'd hate click, but it don't work. Um, it just it kind of, I don't know how to put it, but it's not that good as I thought it would be before. Before the nerf, you could basically use that ability for almost 60 seconds or something like that. But now it's about like 20 seconds. So it's not as overpowered as it was, being able to be invisible. Because once you mimic the person, you turn to the person and you get the invisibility effect. And you can run around and kill people and whatnot. But it's not that good. She doesn't have like nothing to really work with, I would say, that can make her so OP. I don't even know how to really put it, to tell you the truth. But that's the tier list. That's the tier list right there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.